Yeah, still Vintage Cube. They're keeping it around. Wow, available until January. That's useful. That used to say available until January 16th. They're keeping Vintage Cube around until Theros releases. So
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah,
I don't actually know when Theros releases, but
January 16th in 4 days.
okay.
Theros has been full spoiled. There was a couple events shown off last weekend. We have
Okay.
I have a pre-release stream that'll be happening that's WotC sponsored on Wednesday. And then the actual set releases on like Thursday, Friday. So
Okay. For like Arena and MTGO, and
yes.
it's like Friday for physical.
Well, it's weird because it comes out on like Arena and MTGO on those dates. Those then the pre-release happens
In paper,
in
yeah.
paper. So the set doesn't actually release until the 26th or something like that.
That's so
25th,
weird. That's so
because
weird.
they don't, it's not like we're gonna put the events on, we're not gonna like put them out on uh digital platforms and then take them off for a week or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm so used to digital getting it after paper from just years of MTGO that.
Yeah, that's how it's worked. But yeah, hello everybody. I have a buddy with me. Abysshunted is here.
Hello, I'm Abysshunted.
Um, that's fine. That's on the other side. It'll honk if it needs to. All right, so yeah, we're doing Vintage Cube today, and uh, yeah, that's about it. We were just talking about how basically this is around because they don't have some other they don't want to like run these like week-long events before, so they just put the Vintage Cube here for the month. So
Available until January. Did you know it's January right now?
yeah, it's available until, oh, all right, we see 83 trophies now on Kenny. uh so we want points. All right, any particular thing you're looking for in this?
Um, Convincing you to draft bad plans? No, not really, just depends what we see.
Okay.
Nothing I'm totally feeling right now, but
Well, that is likely to work unless your plan is to somehow get me to draft mono white again, which is impossible.
draft mono white gens.
I hate mono white in the cube so goddamn much. It's like just asking to go 03. But yeah, we're in the right one. Let's join the draft queue and give it a little bit. Does Cube have a bad goblin plan to draft? No. Vintage Cube does not have like a tribal goblin plan. The Vintage Cube is very like, again, it's every card, so we're talking moxes and like high power. And goblins are very synergistic and would not really work that well. See, trick is mono black's fine.
All right, what are we looking at?
We are looking at Walrus below the cut. Okay. So we've got Urza, we've got, there's not a ton in here. So there's nothing in here that's the super high power.
Git probe and dismember both pretty safe. Welder sounds exciting.
Yeah, Welder's very hit and miss. Sometimes the card's incredible, sometimes the card doesn't do anything. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, we've got
What those other black cards do?
Shallow Graves of Reanimator that cares about graveyard order. Wishclaw Talisman is a D-tutor you hand to your opponent.
Yeah, it doesn't seem early enough for those.
Yeah, I'm thinking between Urza and just literally picking up a Signet this early. I always like having those, but
Yeah, those both solid plans.
I like the idea of trying to make Urza work because I've tried to make Urza work a couple times and have not found success with that. All right, here we've got, again, nothing that immediately stands out as like super powerful in as like a one card plan sort of thing.
Oh,
Corsair Crewfix, a lot of duels on color combinations when we don't really know where we're going.
duels with blue, maybe.
Yeah, Botanical Sanctum is actually I love playing Simic, so wouldn't feel bad just picking up Botanical Sanctum and trying to flip us into that. Emrakul's the big one that casts Mindslaver. Or the less big one that casts Mindslaver.
Yeah, I don't know how easy it is to cast that in this format, but
Easier than you'd expect, because 13 is actually 8, and 8 isn't the worst. That's just like hard. I'm gonna go with the Sanctum. Because I like the idea of Simic, and I like the idea, like, if I can get, like some sort of, like, Simic artifact deck going, or even, like, just Simic ramp in general. Speaking of which, Hydroid Krasis in the pack.
let's see here.
Acidic Slime in the pack. I don't really care too much about Kodama's Reach. The card's fine. It's just,
Yeah, none of these cards feel super exciting. Like, I want something unfair, and all this just seems kind of fair.
Yeah, I'm okay picking up Krasis. You end up having a lot of... These packs have been super modern cube, yeah. We haven't seen anything that's super, like... Gush is pretty cool, but not, like, directly what I think we want to be doing. I don't know, Krasis is the Simic idea of, like, Simic ramp, here's some draw, here's some life. So I think I'm going to pick it here, and maybe we table Acidic Slime.
Okay, if we're doing Simic, Kodama's Reach also doesn't feel the worst either, but...
Alright.
It's
fine, everyone else will have fair decks. Incorrect. No, absolutely. I know you're probably being, like sarcastic there, but absolutely not. Trying to play a fair deck is, like, again, just asking to go 3.
Phantasmal Image usually performs decent. I don't know how well Revoker
rules. Revoker rules.
Yeah, it's kind of...
I like Revoker a lot because everybody has targets for it. You can name mana sources, it just can't name lands. It lets you name off walkers and get rid of those. I think I'm okay with that. I'd also be fine with, like, Phantasmal Images, you said, or, like, Den Protector, but I'm keeping an eye out to see if there's anything else that opens up, because, like, if you take a look in here, green is gone, blue is almost gone, so we need to...
Okay, if you're... Oh, you said you wouldn't play white.
I refuse. Absolutely, 100% refuse. Like, you cannot convince me to play white. It's...
Yeah. Let's see, what's here?
I know Elspeth is a strong card, but it's after the last draft,
so
it's
like,
weirdly
if we're
not
just looking
possible.
at power, Rakdos returns Sphinx of Steelwind. But that's a hard... Well, maybe not too hard of a...
By the way, what does fair imply in this context? I play a land, and I play a spell, and I pass the turn. The next turn, I play a land, and I play a spell that costs 2, and I do something else. I'm gonna pick Crucible, because I don't like the plans that were presented there enough.
Yeah. Balance. Don't want to play white.
No, I just, again...
White.
After the last draft, I have a categorical refusal on it. It's just
any white or just mono white?
I'm not touching it. Color's gone.
Okay.
Rexage is cool though. Everybody has artifacts.
Yeah, Rexage. Theomancer if we want to switch to black. You said green is, like, drying up, but...
Yeah, well, like, green and blue, the problem here is, like, I want to have some sort of, like, green-blue artifact deck, and we are seeing none of the cards that would make anything like that happen. Making me wonder if I literally should have just picked up the Goblin Guide 2 picks ago and shifted that hard.
Troll Magic.
Troll Magic's actually a real card that I would be fine playing. If it wasn't here, I actually would just switch to mono red. Wow, they still keep Jackalpup in here. That's incredible.
Because Mox Pearl's a card that says tap at 1.
Yeah, that's fine. Top's pretty cool. FTK's fine. I like Top a lot.
Yeah. Top is an artifact for Urza, and
Yeah.
if we can't be good, we can at least be consistent.
Oh, we have, like, one thing I do like is that we do have, like Rexage is going to be pretty good. That, like, everybody, and yeah, here we go. Alright, I'm going to prep for the eventual mono red deck. Uh-huh.
Sean. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Jane Lightning's still here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Nobody picking light up the stage, huh?
Okay, so I'm gonna
I think the
take...
question now is not do we splash the red, but do we just completely change plans into red?
Yeah. Is this last card gonna be the, Okay, it is not.
So what does our red look like for right now if we kind of curve it out, or
I'm just taking a look in there. So Pyretic Ritual and Abbot of Carol keep me, and I don't think I'm picking red out of this. Abbot's fine. That's just... Golgari Signet. Looter, Sylvan Caryatid, Gear Hulk, all are big game.
Looter could work with Crucible if we have lands. I kind of just like Signet a lot.
Yeah.
Or Caryatid, or yeah, basically all 4 you said.
Yeah,
what do we need the most?
Yeah, I think I'm fine picking up the, like, if I go ahead and, again, sort this like this. The Signet and ways to get us up on mana are, I think, the most important picks here. So we're going to go ahead and take that Signet. Tangle Wire, E-Witness. Okay. Alright.
E-Wit, huh? Don't... What? It's also just Yvelder sitting here, but... Fire... Yeah. What does this Pyromancer do?
Discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards, and for each non-land discarded, you make a 1/1.
Yeah, that seems decent. Probably over burning.
Yeah. Goodbye, Duck. And also Trop Island. That's fine. Yeah, I'm off that plan. It's time for a new plan.
Hazaret do? Ancient Grudge can also be real in this format, but...
Yeah. Like, oh boy, there's channel for the deck we were trying to build. I'm not falling for that. You had your chance, deck. I spent a while trying to figure out what to do with that, and I just do not think fourth pick, actually. I believe this is fourth pick in here. Yeah, so what we want to see, we want Okay, things like Burst Lightning are going to be fine. I don't know if we're really a deck that's fine with Kiki. We don't, like, because you can't Kiki Hazaret.
Kiki and Exarch in the same pack. Sorry,
Yeah,
but
that's pretty funny.
yeah, no, Burst Lightning
Yep.
on this plan. Nothing else seems super.
Do you think there would be a way to get you to splash any of the cards? I don't think any of the cards we picked before are splashable. Like, well, what am I going to do? Double splash for Ursa? You know, like Rexage maybe, and I'm probably still playing the top and maybe the Revoker. But like,
Well, Arcanist is red. There's
yeah,
also just Volcanic Island sitting there.
yeah. Arcanist recasts Chain Lightning on attack. Don't feel too bad about that. Hopefully, well, there's a young Pyromancer that we can see on the wheel here. That'd be nice.
And hello to everybody joining.
Yeah. Hello. Please ignore the sideboard that has some cards you might notice in it. Or mono red, clearly. Ooh, is that a question? I don't like Megas of the Moon. Megas of the Moon doesn't do anything in this format. It's actually the card that's near the top of my list of cards I'd want to remove from the cube.
Yeah, a Braid, or can we splash black for Cold Command?
Yeah, Cold Command or even Blood Braid doesn't sound too bad to me. Like, I think what I'll do is I'll pick a Braid and I'll see which multicolored card comes around. Because a Braid is really good. The Destroy Target Artifact is super useful on it.
Yeah.
Like, that comes up way too much in this.
I guess Cold Command does it too, but
Yes.
but we don't need to commit yet. Hey, Zergo.
Yeah, Zergo beats out Banefire. We're not going to be a deck on that line. We do want, like, these ones that are going to be aggressive. Abacara, keep it back around. It's fine. This is a good 2-drop. It's like you play it on like 3 and hope maybe it gets you your land drop. Sometimes it gets you a 1 you can play.
I love it.
Young Pyromancer's back here. There's also Tanglewire.
Do we have enough instant sorceries for EP? I mean, I think we'd probably pick it anyways and look for instant sorceries, but Tanglewire.
Like, I kind of like Tanglewire as like a mana, like a way to mess with like opponents who are doing like you play it on 3 and then you still have like 1 or 2 lands left, but they're tapped out, and it's like a pseudo time lock a couple times in that.
Burning or sword?
Let's pick up sword. Burning's too expensive for us. We're not really. Ancient Grudge, that's actually really cool. We can have that, and maybe we do find like a Stomping Grounds or something like that to let us sideboard it.
That's back.
Take that Kiki.
Sure, why not? Maybe we'll find something dumb to do with it.
And Megas to the Moon made it back. Nope.
Not worth playing that.
So the problem I have with Megas to the Moon is that like most decks are artifact based in their mana and don't play a lot of duels. So there's just not a lot of things.
The Grey Ogre.
Yep. Okay, we see some pretty strong pieces for us. Eidolon of the Great Revel is really, really good.
Screw with combo decks.
Yeah.
Incinerate. Yep. And I mean,
wouldn't feel bad even on that Gruul Signet, right? Like,
you could also technically play Metamorph to double up on Tanglewire. That sounds too stupid.
Double up on like not Zergo,
yeah.
It's kind of funny. A lot of the cards I'm like looking, I'm like, do we want to double up on Hazard? And it's like, you can't do that. You can't. Yeah, well, I think the Eidolon's clearly the most powerful card, and hopefully we see. I think Incinerate's what we'll get back around. Enchantment Creature, it is indeed. It's from Theros block. I think, was this Journey into Nyx? I don't remember which exact set this is from.
I think that's Journey into Nyx.
All right. Yeah, Pia and Kieran make 2 evasive threats on 4. Lodestone Golem. Lodestone Golem, like, the thing with Lodestone is that I would feel better with it if we could cast it earlier than turn 4. Like, if we had a Signet that let us play it on 3, whereas, like, P and Kieran, I'm okay casting on 4 because it gets us evasion. Blaststone feels like a card that works against us rather than for us.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a way to kill all our 1-drops.
It's either P and Kieran, Steam events on the hope we can do something dumb with Kiki, but I don't think we even need to.
That'd be funny. All right, I'm gonna go with P and Kieran. Ooh. There's a 4-drop I'm happy with as well. Also, Shrine of Burning Rage. Both of those are going to be fine.
Yeah. Shrine feels good, and you're thinking Koth is the other one.
Yeah, Koth was the other one. But I feel like Koth will table, right? Nobody's in mono red.
Yeah. Faithless Looting plays decently with Young Pyromancer, but I think, yeah, probably the other things are better. Yeah, Shrine of Burning.
Yeah, Shrine of Burning Rage. So the reason, like, I know people are talking about Koth in here. I feel it's very safe to not pick Koth because we've seen nobody else is in red in here. So, like, let's pick the card that is technically more powerful, that I think has a lesser chance of making it around, and then we take the Koth on the next one. And we'll get both.
Yeah, Shrine of the Burning Rage just wins the game by itself.
Rebel. Sophie, we're not a Through the Breach. Arid Mesa, if we want like just a fetch. I like Rebel well enough. The thing usually gets things going.
Yeah. Let's see, what does that Serpent do?
It's just X and then XX. Reach, Trample, Pro, multicolored.
I think yeah, Rabble probably feels the best.
Yeah, that thing gets like, that's a 1 card, like.
I also like Mesa as thinning, and we do have a Crucible, but.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's us.
Siege Gang.
Siege Gang.
It's Siege Gang, and then we could also just pick Fire.
Fire, and probably not worth a splash for Huntmaster.
No, we did. If we had the if we did have that Bloodbraid from earlier, I'd be a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, Siege Gang Commander, huh?
Yeah. Again, I'm thinking I might be able to pick up the Fire and table the Siege Gang.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, don't worry, Mess. If you watch the first pack of this, it's.
We definitely had a plan and stuck to it.
Yes. Ooh, this Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah, that's
Both
not
of those
Copter you've selected.
I know, but that's because Beaumont Courier is also really, really. It was the first thing I saw. I saw like, oh, Beaumont Courier, but then there's Smuggler's Copter, and that seems.
Flying's not really a thing we have right now.
Yeah. I think we picked the Copter, and again, the Beaumont Courier hopefully makes it back around. Maybe. That's a little less likely, but,
Yes. Copter, when Courier at least has a red in its mana cost, and we did see a wheel of, like, every single red card. So.
Strangest thing in this pack to me is Thoughtseize still being in here. That card's incredible. I'm just gonna pick Walking Ballista and not really worry too much about it. Like, we could pick Seething Song if we had, like, some 5s that were actually worth slamming into, but we kind of don't. It's not like I want a Seething Song and a Kiki Jiki when I don't have a Kiki combo.
Yeah, and then Doretti probably isn't an impactful enough splash, and if we're hoping to see Koth around, we probably don't want to be thinking about splashes at this point, so.
Respect for that Bonfire? I do have Top. But Firebolt is just, like, gets the job done tiny burn.
Yeah, I feel I like Firebolt more with what our deck's trying to do right here.
Yeah. And I can also flashback it for cheaper with Dreadhorde Arcanist. I'm ignoring the Worm Coil because I don't think this deck is getting plans to get the 6. Incinerate on the wheel, as we expected. Nobody's in red. Also, Hymn to Turok on the wheel. Dig through time. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, not much we can do with that information, but, like, you know, seeing the Thoughtseize that late and then, like, the Hymn to Turok tells me that there was definitely, like, a black plan, you know, with this Hypnotic Spectre as well.
Yeah. Now, this pack, I think we already took the only red card.
So we can pick up the Blast Zone here and debate what we want to do with it. Koth makes it back around. Thank you very much.
Why is Bitter Blossom still here?
Got my kingdom for a black splash, clearly. Whoever's doing black in the same way we're doing red is gonna have an incredible deck, that just appeared in their hands this pack.
It's just the player next to us.
I don't care about any of these.
Revelark.
Yeah, sweet Revelark. Siege Gang Recurring Nightmare still in there. So we got our Siege Gang back though, so. Ah, dang, Pyroclasm was the red card that tabled in the pack with the Beaumont Courier.
Well, might be.
And playable. Final pick, Seething Song.
Okay.
So yeah, nobody was in mono red, and clearly at the end of that, we found out that black was also just as open.
Clearly, everybody's in like green Eldrazi ramp.
Well, I think I want to say 5 people at this table are in green blue. Because like not only so the other thing I want to note was that like we saw red open, we saw black open in that pack where we picked up Blast Zone. There were 3 white cards in there the first time, and it was Land Tax, Avacyn, and I think Angel of Invention, and those 3 cards were still in there. Like Land Tax was still in there, and it's like okay, so like nobody was in that either. It's very, very interesting. Anyway, let's start getting this down to like a good 24. I think this looks like a deck that's probably going to be a 16 land, curve out at like 3 with like a couple cards at the top end. Fine cutting the sword. I feel like that's a little expensive. We can bring it in if the protections become relevant. We do have creatures, so it's good in that way.
Are we? Is Walkie B where we want to be?
I don't think so. I'm thinking Kiki also doesn't really work. Again, a lot of our best targets for Kiki, we kind of can't because like these 4-drops that we'd curve into just don't work. How much of those 5s do we want?
What does Glorybringer do again?
4/4 haste flying, and then it can like deal 4 damage to a creature if you exert it. Non-dragon creature if you exert it. So it immediately comes in and attacks her 4. Like it's a haste threat.
It feels all right.
It's probably better than the Siege Gang.
I wonder if we keep either, but
yeah, I guess that's another question too. I think Siege Gang we can probably cut, and like Glorybringer we can like consider if that's something we want as far as like a final top end piece. Is Arcanist good? Let's actually take a look at that. So Dreadhorde Arcanist can flashback cards equal to its power or less. We don't. I'm just looking to see if we have ways to pump its power. We do not. So it can only flashback 1 or less cards. So these 3. Other than that, it doesn't really have anything else that it can flashback.
Sorry about that. I missed what you said about Arcanist.
We're just looking at the cards it can flashback. It can only flashback 1-drops because we have no way of pumping its power in this deck. There's no way to pump it. Wouldn't feel bad cutting one of those 2s. Arcanist is the least aggressive of them as a 1/3. That's fine. And then we need like one more cut. So one of the reasons I'm fine cutting CGN Commander is that Pia and Kieran work as a CGN Commander.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
We can throw this fading Tangle Wire away. We can, things like that.
How do you feel about fire?
That was the card I was looking at as our 25th. This is really slow, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's Twin Bolt. It's just... I'll put it on the board, I think, and we'll board it in case of Mana Dorks.
Yeah, that's fair.
If we play against Mana Dorks, the opponent, fire can come in, Clasm could come in even.
But I think our plan A is just linear.
Yeah.
Hit opponent in the face.
On that, I also think I'm not bringing in the Blast Zone because I'd kind of rather just have mountains around.
Yeah. Also with Koth.
Yeah, Koth there is one of the big ones. What if we fight against the other red deck player? In that case, that comes down to landing larger threats. Like the Glorybringer is going to be pretty good in that matchup. Depending on the opponent's list, Clasm could be okay. Like the mono red mirror is an interesting one. I think again it's going to come down to haymakers in my mind. So anyway, let's
side and matches of the moon and turn all our opponents' mountains into mountains.
Sweet. We can keep that in mind if our opponent is pretty heavy on mountains. If we need them to be heavier on mountains.
Yeah, actually, doesn't Magic say non-basic anyway?
It does. It does indeed.
All right. Actually, that could be a sideboard consideration on certain opponents.
So yeah, and for those who walked in late and see, wow, the mono red deck that looks pretty decent. Sure was great that you were drafting all 3 packs. Yep. You sure were drafting mono red for all our packs, weren't we? Right? Just this pilot. We had a different idea in mind, and that got shifted basically when we saw our tabled picks in I think it was pick 10 through 14 were Swift Spear, Figure of Destiny, Chain Lightning, Light Up the Stage. Like these in order,
Yeah, good call on when you just decided to switch into that. With I think it was Fire Blast was the first one.
Yeah, Fire Blast was the point where I changed my mind on it. If I had done it slightly earlier, we could have had a Goblin Guide, but that's I think the only point.
I think that was probably the right time to pull the trigger.
So let's go ahead and add basics. It's going to want 1 Plains for the Figure of Destiny. It's not getting it. Well, let's make it happen. We might be able to kill somebody with Sensei's Divining Top.
That's and I don't even need an Oko for that either.
No. we could we have a lot of ways of getting our opponent. I like Pia and Kieran a lot. They're actually quite good at reach. So yeah, all right. Let's find ourselves some opponents. Let's see how this mono red deck can do.
Simple. Play cards, win. That's the strategy for red deck.
So I talked about fair decks, and the question was asked, what do you mean by fair decks? And generally, what constitutes an unfair deck in my mind is one that is playing at a non-standard angle, and this generally means one thing in 20 different ways. You're cheating on mana. Reanimator.
Sometimes your opponent pulls out a turn 1 Emrakul, okay?
Right, well, but Reanimator, you're cheating on mana. Right. Huge amounts of through the breach, you're cheating on mana. everything I can think of that's generally like an unfair plan is either like, the person with a bunch of moxes and things like,
Oh, we won the roll. Cool. If we draw lands, this looks really bad.
Right.
If we draw gas, this looks...
I don't hate it. I
The worst thing that happens is our opponent plays a 2/2.
Everyone's playing unfair decks, then it's fair, right? No, it just means everyone's playing unfair decks. The trick is there that sometimes where mono red fits in here is that this is a bad keep. I'm going to note it as a bad keep and then do it.
Yeah, Hazaret with all those lands also just...
It's fine. We just chuck them. We play Pia and Kieran first. But the place for mono red is that, like, you have this unfair plan, but usually decks that are doing things like that are focused on Reanimator or Ramp, or they don't have ways of beating creatures on curve. Oh boy.
A white player.
All right.
How does that landing flip?
3 attacks.
Okay. Yeah, just keep making their attacks bad. Ooh, Eidolon.
Okay. Rebel Master gets in immediately here.
Yeah, that's on curve, so... Alright, I'm feeling good about this now.
Your draft has started. Your opponent's been found. Thousands of pop-ups in the corner there. But yes.
Because you really wanted you to know.
So the card blue, are they going to play out a Honor of the Peer? Oh my god. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. So that 2/2 vampire is going to block as a 2/2 lifelinker. I'm gonna.
Here's a dumb question. Do we just burst lightning that?
Yeah, I think we do. Like, we get prowess.
And
Goblin Rabbit Blaster gets to attack for huge.
Yeah, then I guess follow up with Eidolon because our opponent
has no board.
Playing some small things. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rabble Master gets +1 for every other attacking goblin, so it gets to attack for 4 here, which means this attack is for half their life total. Alright, so I'm going to play Eidolon here because I don't believe my opponent's just going to go land Wrath of God, because they played Honor of the Peer and Legion's Landing. Like, if they pull out, like, Wrath of God here, more power to them for pulling out a, like the...
Or we win the game.
Yeah, that was the more likely thought here. Alright, let's begin the sideboard.
They have small things. I don't know if that warrants putting in fire, though.
Yeah.
Because they also have Crusade.
Right.
Clasm?
Clasm's weird, because, like, Clasm could also, like, hit a lot of our stuff, but not Swift Spear. Swift Spear's immune to it. Fire interests me as much as they, like, might, like, but I don't know how many mini things they have at the mo.
Sort of pro-white. Probably too cute. They have blue as well. We don't know what the blue is.
Grudge is just artifacts. Wouldn't feel bad about sword. Okay, how about let's ask this the opposite direction. What do we not like in the main? Is there anything we see in here and we, like, don't want?
Tangle Wire?
If they're being aggressive, that's a much less effective play, because they'll have, like, they'll just be like, cool. But
Glorybringer, maybe too high up. I don't know.
Revoker will always do something. We just haven't seen what it'll do. That's the I believe in Revoker, like, always having a target. Mother of Runes happens, like their own student of warfare. I don't know.
Well, wait. Do we have any 2-1s in this deck, or?
The Phyrexian Revoker.
Okay, but I don't want to cut that.
Yeah, and
they have 1/1 tokens, and that is first strikes. So.
And then this says, might just kind of keep it as is, and we'll like. I don't think I know enough yet.
Yeah, feel the same.
We'll learn.
Other than like maybe Klasm, but that again hurts us.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Hell yes. Now that's a hand I'm super happy keeping. They're down to 40 cards now.
Yeah, and Top will answer any problems if we run into them. So. Begin the beatdown.
Yep. So Direfleet Daredevil, can just play as a 2/1, depending on like if they actually do produce something that would be like cool to flash back. All right.
Red, or maybe it's just as a white source signet.
That's probably a white source signet. I'm thinking about just playing the Direfleet Daredevil. We're not heavy on mana here, and I kind of want to just get aggressive, like, creatures going.
Yeah, I think
like
commit to board. Unless they're going to show a Wrath.
I don't think this is a Wrath deck. Again, like, Legion's Landing in a Crusade right. Just does...
Yeah, they haven't shown one, so we're going to assume they don't have one.
So, the thing I like here is that our hand has 9 points of reach. Like, okay, there's the blue. They're on 4 here. What do they get here?
Pro red.
Okay, it's a good card. You just need a creature for it before I'm actually scared.
Wonder how do you feel about top leave up burst lightning?
Do that or Copter.
If we play top, we can make sure we can start drawing a couple more lands.
Yeah, well, the other thing too is we might not need lands. Like you know, if we play Copter, we attack for 4. Opponent goes to.
Yeah. I also like having burst lightning up just so our opponent can't equip pro.
Sure, and that's probably that might be a more relevant thing if they go to equip on a smaller creature, because it would have to be a 2 or 3 drop they equip on. And if they don't, we just play top, use top again. Okay, let's do top.
So and we get a prowess trigger.
Yeah, that's the main part about it. Is we bring our opponent down to 14 for the time being. The worst case scenario would be like that sword gets equipped to a lifelinker. That would be my actual fear.
Yeah. But we can burst lightning in response to an equip.
We have a nuclear option if it's like just
lose all our lands. Well, I guess we don't even have a nuclear option.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and use my top here before that thing resolves.
Our nuclear option costs sack 2 lands and pay 1, which actually I guess we could have done that, but
yeah, I'm not. That's not with top.
What do we want though?
Prowess every turn. I want the. Land, I think.
Okay. Well, at least Copter can get around pro red. So
yes. So equip Tide Taker with the sword.
Now, what does that sword do on hit?
2 damage, draw a card.
Okay. Any target?
Any target.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of bad.
Okay. Opponent is at 14. We've got 3, 5, 9, 11. I need to connect with 3 damage. I guess that's what Copter's for then, right?
Yeah, so maybe I guess this turn we play Copter. Next turn we could play Pia and Kieran and start blocking his guy so it doesn't start wiping our board.
Fun thing there is that the Copter actually can threaten block on Tithe-Taker.
Yeah, that's also true. So, yeah. So I think
okay.
Leave up that 1 mana for the nuclear option.
Yep. Or like, so we can't use top, but I know what the top card of my deck is, and right now I want it. So.
Yeah, what'd you put on top right now?
Firebolt.
Okay.
So that I can draw lethal damage.
Yep. Yeah, and him attacking with that guy looks pretty. Oh my
Sword
goodness.
of Feast and Famine. No, you want to use your lance for that. I think I'm chumping with Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah.
And then killing our opponent.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. Pro black, pro blue, pro. Oh my god. So pay 1, tap the creature, done. Smuggler's Copter is online.
Yep.
Oh, 1 white for Path to Exile.
Ooh. Well, I guess we don't have lethal anymore.
No, we don't have lethal anymore. I'm annoyed we
Yikes. We also lose the top. Yeah, I guess we put top on top.
I need the top card of our deck.
Yeah. So we draw the Firebolt.
Oh shit, no. We can't. I need to pay 1 for tapping top.
Oh my god. Wow.
I have to decline the search.
Does that put us better than being able to play Pia and Kieran and have chump blockers?
I want our opponent dead next turn.
Okay.
Next turn is Burst Lightning, Chain Lightning, Firebolt, Fire Blast, attack for like 1,000. I'm not going to use Path to Exile's ability. I want that top card of my library. They untap all their lands.
Yeah, and we're losing one of our creatures.
Yeah. I think this is still enough.
Depends which one they target.
Well,
yeah,
they're targeting our prowess creature. That's 100%.
Yeah, figured they would, but. Okay. Oh, that's not sort of mill. Okay, so that
No, it's
make
just,
sure we still draw what we need
no,
to.
now I'm actually thinking a little bit further. Okay, so we have 12. We need to deal 12, and we've got 3, 2, 4, 2, which is 11. I think you might be right on the Pia need here. So I think we have to discard Burst Lightning. We draw Firebolt. We tap top. We draw land. Pia Kieran. And then we have chump blockers for the sword.
Okay.
And then they untap all their lands. They have 2 cards in hand. Okay, pass the turn. Now, the worst case would be a counterspell. Tap the top. We know what's there. Pia Kieran.
Okay, resolves.
Make 2/1/1 Thopters that are colorless.
And cannon for 2.
Yep. No, we can't path their guy. This is Khan coming to play. Like we have that's on coming to play, not on attacks, not on damage, not on some other trigger. It's on coming to play. The Time Thinker has troubles attacking now. That's really cool. Like,
right. Unless he like plays a million chump blockers. 3 cards in hand.
Sure, but like, you know, like we have 2 turns of chump blockers with the Thopters.
Right. Well, he's still going in anyways.
Alright. We have to chump. I cannot allow that. How bad's their post-combat? Do they have like another creature they can... So we have 9 points of damage in hand.
And P and Kieran is further damage?
Yeah, P and Kieran can like sack a Thopter to shock if we draw land. We need to draw land for that. At least on this turn, like we could just like end step or, you know, like...
Yeah, well, we're drawing top.
Also, I might just be able to attack for that lethal.
Yeah, it depends what they play. I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah, the main 2... Because, like, they have to consider, like, what to play, if they want to move swords, what's their... You know, they have, like, a lot of questions about what to do here. I would like Hero of Bladehold move a sword pass.
Sower.
Don't like that.
We can kill it.
No, we can't. It's going to have a pro-red sword.
Oh, well...
Hold on. I can't Fire Blast because I need 1 for
Wait,
that.
they stole our Thopter.
Yeah, so they can get through next turn.
Right.
So it's the one you want to steal. So we've got a top, we've got P and Kieran.
This is tough.
Okay, so like... If we can kill the sower, we can get through here.
How are we doing that?
Finding a braid.
Yeah. So is it top or bust, or do we can we hold on longer?
We're also...
Say it's
funnily enough, we're not...
longer.
Yeah, we're not taking lethal from the attack, but we're taking most of lethal.
Plus another piece of our board gone.
Yeah. Alright, let's... Top.
What do we got? A braid.
I should have just tapped for it, clearly. So we just want to kill that Sword of Fire and Ice.
Yeah. Definitely. That also ensures that their attack doesn't wipe out another piece of our board.
Yeah, clearly I should have just believed.
And I guess that means maybe attack with our first striker's okay.
I'm really thinking about Fire Blast and that Sower of Temptation.
Ooh.
That lets us attack for 4, leaves back a Thopter blocker if we need it. And then we still have 5 points of burn left.
And we still have top in case we need to dig for land.
Yeah.
I like that play.
Get out of here! Okay. This is so dumb.
This is a very silly game of Magic.
Alright, 1 card in our opponent's hand. They've still got their sword. I don't really want to take a hit from a sword because I don't want to discard anymore.
We could flashback Firebolt if we... Well, not really. Not with the number of lands we're sitting on. That's not happening.
It would be the discard, but... Okay, 2 cards in opponent's hand. Not a blue this time around. So the top cards of our deck in order are Sensei's Divining Top, Light Up the Stage, Mountain. As a heads up.
Yep.
No attacks from Tide Taker. Post-combat, we have a... Sphinx.
Your Hulk.
Consecrated Sphinx.
Uh-oh. Retap for Signet.
Teferi. It's a pain in the ass. Draw a card at the end of the turn, untap 2 lands. Yeah, I know that works. I've seen Teferi once or twice before. Play a land, and the final card of their hand is Geist of Saint Traft. Okay. No hand left over.
Okay. So we don't have a lethal, I don't think. So our attacks are Thopter hits in for 1. Our other 2 guys get blocked.
Yeah.
And then we have 5 points in hand.
5 points of burn in hand. I think one thing we can do is we can tap top, draw, light up the stage, play light up the stage.
Hope for a land.
Well, we know a land. We know the top 2 cards of our library.
Right.
It'll be top and mountain.
So it's just in with Thopter.
In with Thopter. Like Geist of Saint Traft can't come in alone. Tithe Taker has Afterlife, so I can't Chain Lightning it down here. Yeah, I think it's just in with Thopter, play the line. If they didn't play Geist of Saint Traft here, they would have lost.
Okay.
Because, like, we would have gotten in for 3 and then 5 on the burn.
Okay, and I guess that means we have to attack them in the face. Can't hit Teferi.
I don't care about Teferi. It's, like... I mean, I care about Teferi, but, like, I can't care about Teferi is more...
Right. We're winning the game by killing our opponent.
Right, like, Teferi has 5, our opponent has 8, like...
Yep.
Top. Tap top. Light up the stage. Mountain.
You're thinking of leaving top? Wait, till when can we play it?
Till next turn. We play it here. There's no reason not to.
Okay. Right. Both of our cards are sorceries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's turn here. So they draw their card. So they draw 2. They've got a lot of mana. 8 mana.
Just have drawn lands.
Moving Sword.
Swordgeist. A classic.
Yep. So we're taking 4 from the Angel. We'll block the Geist with Dire Fleet. Like, I don't want to discard the card is the reason.
Could double block. I don't know if that's worth it.
I think I want the ability to use Pia and Kieran.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to happen. They'll move the sword.
They'll move the sword.
They'll move the sword. They'll move the sword. Good.
Oh, man. That's good.
Ruh-roh. Okay.
Okay, land.
Mm-hmm.
5 burn in hand. Put our opponent to 1. I guess we have the mana to consult top.
Yeah, I'm actually considering tapping top blindly and then activating Pira and Kieran. Could murder both halves of Tithe Taker. That doesn't sound bad. Get them off creatures. Attack for...
Well, what's in our deck that could just be lethal if we see it with top? It'd have to be something that costs 1 and could do a 1 point.
I don't think there's anything that would immediately do that.
Okay.
I'm actually liking killing both halves of Tithe Taker here to get that off the table. Because then they have no blockers. We're free to get in. We already have our Fire Blast in the yard. It's right here, right? I had to use it a couple turns ago. That's why there's 2 mountains down there. I had to pull the trigger on a damn Sower of Temptation, of all things.
And I still think that was absolutely the correct play. I think we'd be completely out of this game if we hadn't.
Okay.
Now here's a question. Do we actually pull the trigger on it?
Tap the top. Sack the top.
Oh, that's sack any artifact.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was artifact creature.
Nope. Okay. Doesn't do much, but it is an artifact. So the important thing here about getting our opponent to 4, P and Kieran Sackthopter Firebolt is 4 damage.
Yep.
Oh, they have an instant. Swords.
Oh, wow.
That's annoying. I did not want that. That's very bad for us for them to have an active play there.
Maybe they'll draw land.
Yeah, but they draw 2 here is the problem.
Right. Maybe they'll draw 2.
Okay, so there's a 3/3 lifelinker.
Ugh.
Yeah. Our opponent turned into control very quickly, by the way.
Yeah.
Just as a...
Crusade. That's a bluff and a...
Okay, well, I can stop Teferi.
Teferi.
Yeah.
Buys us some time.
Okay, why can't I just click on... Hero of Dominaria. There's like 5 different Teferis to name there.
Just wait till M21.
Yeah.
All right. Getting there. Problem is they have lifelink. But
yeah.
No, we're just dumping that now in case we draw land.
Yes. We're going to lose the Tangle Wire on the attack from the Vampire token here.
Still playing Honor
Still
of the
playing
Pure.
the Honor of the Pure in your control deck?
Well, no,
That sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks because it means the lifelink is stronger. One card left in hand.
Shrine, huh?
Okay.
Everybody in.
And let's get some damage in. Next turn, we'll have to chump block with the Thopter. They're gaining 1 life now. But the Shrine might give us our out. Off the top, we've got 4. Oh! Okay. So yeah, this was definitely, I want to say the Legion's landing in the Honor of the Pier had us completely misevaluate what our opponent was doing.
Do we just want to go to game 3 because we're like half the clock of our opponent?
Yeah,
and they're playing heavy control.
Let's see what the top card is because they're not learning anything from it. All right. Okay, so our opponent's hefty control. I want... I want that Ancient Grudge at this point.
Yeah, that for sure, because they've shown a bunch of swords.
Yeah, and those were the cards that were beating us.
Walkie B is not affected by Pro Red. I don't know how much that matters.
That's not true, Verdant Squire. Our opponent both had Sword to Plowshares and Path to Exile, which are like hefty control. Like both of those were very, very key for them to win that.
Anything we don't like?
Now that our opponent's on...
How do you feel about Tangle Wire at this point?
On the play, I like it because it lets us play it down on 3, and then like our opponent just can't do anything for 2 turns.
Okay, fair.
Is the idea. I might want just to cut out... I don't know, maybe like Seasoned Pyromancer. Maybe that's not...
I think we definitely want Grudge in.
Yeah, there's enough, and I'll probably put in 1 Forest. Just in case. We bring that in, we bring out... Could be the Glorybringer.
It just feels so expensive at this point.
Yeah. We already have Hazaret and Koth as hasty.
Daredevil feels a lot better now that we know our opponent has a bunch of...
Yeah. Path. Things like that. Like to play first? Yes. Absolutely would like to keep this hand.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to play Shrine on 2?
Yeah. Got a Revoker for your pick of whatever's more annoying between Teferi or Jace.
Right.
It's probably just whichever one they play.
Honestly, in my mind, it might be the Signet they play on 2, you know? Like.
Right. Revoker's just good.
Or the Sword they play on 3.
Oh, yeah.
You can just revoke Sword of Fire and Ice, and that thing never comes down. They could have sideboarded more control-y, but the thing that's weird there is, like, Honor of the Pier?
Like, well, you know, again, like, kind of didn't see enough game 1, but right. Yeah, no, that's true. Or maybe they're just short up for playables.
I mean, I feel that, having not picked our deck at the first pack, you know?
Yeah, if so, that game 1 was a hell of a bluff from our opponent.
Yeah, Nick Themeron, if you want to enjoy something, watch our draft. There's that Legion's landing on 1. It's fine. I want to play Shrine anyway. Ooh. So let's see what their play here is on 2. If it's like Honor the Peer, we just bolt the thing. If it's a Signet, I might revoke the Signet to try to keep them off mana.
Signet.
Because like a lot of their powerful plays are on
4 and up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Payback for them tithing us last game. Or a Signet.
This might be a little premature, but
Get in for damage.
yeah, we'll get the lifelike off the table too.
Also, maybe set up for a full draw on Pyromancer.
It's possible. If I draw a 1-drop. Missed a land drop. Okay.
All right. Guess we do it anyways. Pitch a land.
Yeah, I mean, it's a draw.
Right.
I'm gonna say Thalia again feels weird because, like, how many of their cards does that shut off?
Yeah. Swords.
All their walkers. I can play figure through that. Then we can just chain lightning the Thalia out of the way next turn. Oh no, that force is gonna cost me some damage almost. Maybe. Not really, but it could.
No, for figure evolve.
Yeah, for figure up.
Yeah. We'll draw Koth to get maximally punished, but
I'm trying to think what would even maximally punish. Like, again, our opponent's hand can't be much to play here. Oh my god. So they're a white weenie deck. What is going on? Shrine up. Can't flashback Firebolt, so don't try it. Let's just get Thalia out of the way.
Yep.
Prowess and a Rage trigger. Why didn't they use their Signet? Cannot.
Yeah, we shut that off for good reason. So I guess it's in with
everything but
actually,
Revoker.
Can we level up now?
Yeah, we level up once, but I'm gonna wait because, like, maybe the Shrine just we'll do it in mid combat.
All right, this isn't the actual level up.
No, it's way better.
Right. This was proto level up.
I'm not bringing in the Revoker because I absolutely positively do not want to allow them to, like, kill it and then, like, 4 Wrath of God or something like that, you know?
Okay, so we force the level up.
Basically, they force us to not use the Shrine there. Okay, opponent's on 12. I think we're good here.
Right.
They can't use their Signet still.
Okay, yeah, Shrine's a lot of damage.
The Shrine's on 7 right now, so this is...
Yeah.
Wait, where did the forest come from? We boarded
in to flashback Ancient Grudge.
Yeah, so to look at the deck again, there's one card that we sideboarded in there. Ancient Grudge has a flashback of green. So I brought in one. Exactly one. Forest.
We did not want our opponents having swords or signets.
Yeah, they had swords, signets, enough things that we've absolutely wanted to do that for. So, okay, feel good about that turnout.
We got out of there.
Yeah. Well, the Signet on the Revoker on the Signet did a lot for an opponent who missed their 3rd land drop. And then they played Thalia, which also sets them back like a full round, because, like,
Yeah, a little confused about some of their deck building sideboarding choices.
Yeah, I feel like their deck was 2 different directions, and
we run the roll.
You know, so let's.
Figure.
Yeah, figure's fine. Because figure makes use of our mana on 2. We don't need to play the Pyromancer on 3 because we can just figure. Maybe we use Pyromancer, who knows? But, like, figure at least means, like, we don't need to have a 2 in this hand. Because, you know, it uses our mana anyway.
And who are we playing?
Frizzy Fryfro, who has a full 7 and a Library of Alexandria on the open. That's not when you use that.
Unless the Reanimator.
Oh my god, are we getting reanimated here? Are we gonna discard Grizzlebrand? Show me discard Grizzlebrand. Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh
well,
god. Alright. Our opponent's a little more powerful than Okay, alright.
It's fine, we're playing a fair deck.
We're playing the one style of beatdown that tends to walk around unfair things where, like, so they've got their library still active. Yep, draw some more cards, it's fine. Putrid Imp.
Maybe it is Reanimator.
Yeah, it's that screams Reanimator to me.
It's fine, we can beat an Emrakul. Well, you can't reanimate an Emrakul. Grizzlebrand, they'll take 7 if they use Grizzlebrand.
Clearly. Attack, see if I pump figure.
Yeah, I guess it's that or Dash Zergo, which...
Not the same damage, but less permanent.
Yeah, I don't really like that, so...
Okay, opponent to 14. They're gonna play a land, tap library, and then stuff's gonna happen. It's so dangerous here. This is
right, but what can we do?
Right? Entomb. Shit. Okay.
Well, at least we know what they're trying to...
Iona. Fuck.
It's okay, we can draw Smuggler's Cop.
Reanimate the spell on Iona.
Well, we still have a Figure of Destiny.
Right, our opponent's at 5. Whatever, I can draw Shrine of Burning Rage and kill you. Like... Okay, I can't play red spells. What of it? Like, you still need... This isn't over because...
Is this guy on max level?
It's 6 and it becomes an 8/8 flying first strike.
8/8, okay.
Yeah, 8/8. Yeah, that's important. If they can kill figure, I think the game just ends right here. But, like, if they can't kill figure, what are they going to do? Attack with Iona? You know? Like, that's actually pretty dangerous. It's not over, but it is annoying. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's not over, but, like, it's pretty damn...
Tundra.
Okay, Iona in. So there's 7. That's again, a 3-turn clock from Iona. The Putrid Imp's going to have to chump.
Yep. I can't see them going to 1 here, but...
Okay, chump with Putrid Imp. Discard Inkwell Leviathan. Oh, they're gonna kill us here.
They got an instant speed reanimation in hand.
No, they don't. I don't think they have an instant speed reanimate. They might. They might have a thing, but I think they might, like, Shallow Grave attack with Leviathan. Shallow Grave is haste, exile it.
Okay.
Thing is, like, again, if they don't, figure turns on. Yeah, Iona comes in. Oh, Shallowgrave. Oh, yeah, Shallowgrave wouldn't be. It would get the Imp. It wouldn't get the Leviathan. They'd have to double Shallowgrave or whatever. All right.
What's this? Something that can't block figure.
Living Death. No!
Well, we can play red cards again?
Sure. Oh, wow. Incinerate. My God, the figure forced them to Living Death here. That owns? Because they would have lost. They just would have lost on that. So now they're at 5. We have an Incinerate in hand. We can Seasoned Pyromancer to try to draw into a burn spell.
Well, it's the play we've got.
Right? Seasoned Pyromancer, discard Revoker, discard Hazaret.
We don't have the mana to actually do Hazaret.
No. And then, like, if we draw into a second burn spell with Incinerate, the game's over, because we just Incinerate them and... Oh, Incinerate them and step... Yeah, that would have been better. You're not wrong. My mind had already had us off on...
Oh, I hope we don't lose to that.
Well, yeah, I didn't even think about it, because, like, my mind was like, I was tapped out. Like, you know, it's...
Do we want to show him revoke? Yeah, it probably doesn't.
Like it.
Well, I guess we just lost to the Incinerate.
Why?
We could have abraded. Or...
That does not go face. This card does not go face.
Oh.
This card absolutely positively did not go face.
All right. So go to the next. Well, do we have enough chump to live? I don't.
Yeah, we have enough chump. Like we're at 5, and this is 7 power.
Okay, and they've got 8 total, and we've got 4 defense. Okay.
We can't play Shrine here. We have to abrade the Putrid Imp because we'll die to it. It's dumb, but that's what we're gonna have to leave up.
Then I guess we put Zergo into play.
Yeah, we play Zergo and leave up Abrade. Zergo also can't block creatures that would kill Zergo. That's not. Okay.
Not attacking with the Imp.
That's good. So we take 4.
Okay. Go to 1. And the follow-up.
So end step, I'm going to...
Don't have a way to put Iona into play.
Right. 5 again. Bolus's Citadel.
What does that do again?
You can pay life to play cards off the top of your library.
Sure.
You got it.
And end step Incinerate?
Okay, land off the top. End step, I'm abrading the Putrid Imp so it can't block.
Okay. Yeah, I guess either way works. What's on top of their library?
We can't see it. You may look.
Oh, so hope it's not in like a 2-mana kill spell.
Well, if it is a 2-mana kill spell, they pay 2 life.
Right. Yeah, I hope it's not a 1-mana. Which...
BAM!
Okay, we got out of that one.
Oh, okay. So I love that Iona on red wasn't enough to beat the mono red deck.
It's pretty good.
Like, Whoopsies.
That's a good one drop, it turns out.
President Arc, thank you for the sub. Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell are we sliding?
I'm almost thinking that Magus the Moon comes in.
Did they have non-base? They had like Mox and...
They had like a Mox and then like one basic island.
I don't think Magus does anything, does it?
Well, their library, they had duels. Like they were actually, well. Okay, what about?
Wait, is that a Walkie Bee?
Yeah, we can
I want
Walkie
to say
Bee.
Walkie Bee because of Iona.
Yeah.
As something to play.
I like Tangle Wire, that gets us time. Alright.
And
Sword of Light and Shadow actually doesn't sound bad.
they had black and white cards. So...
Right. It's a way to walk past them. What would we not want then?
It's a good call. Does Cough do much in this matchup?
Attack for 4. Like hasty 4/4s.
Okay. Let's see.
I like Season Power Manager because I also like putting creatures in the grave if they've got Living Death.
Yeah, what to cut?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go without the sword for game 2.
Okay.
I think it's a little too slow.
Oh, you know what? Too late now, but I realized Magus, they had a library.
Yeah, that was literally the reason I mentioned it, is Library of Alexandria.
Oh, okay.
That was the card I mentioned by name, so.
Oh, okay. I missed it. Yeah, still.
Weird.
Oh, and there it is. Oh, he summoned it. Shouldn't. Okay. Well, this looks like a familiar game.
This looks fine. I get to play Eidolon, like. So that's on their main phase. They draw their card. I just love the power of Figure against this junk. It's so good. Like, I'll reanimate and have the most powerful creature imaginable, and my name is Figure of Destiny. Screw you.
Yes.
So I like Tangle Wire a lot, by the way.
Oh, that's a nice top deck, yeah.
Yeah. Because it puts them in a very defensive position where they have to tap out for a couple turns.
This is a Eidolon.
Yeah, Eidolon gets more damage in. If they have to cast things, they get shocked. So they're probably going to library again and then play a land and hopefully pass. Or, sorry, opposite direction on that. Play a land and then library and then... Off black. So no reanimation immediately. Our figure's a 1/1 and is going to be a 1/1 for a little while, but that's okay.
Play some cards to take burn damage.
Suspending something. What's worst case? He's Revoker. I can firebolt that if I wanted.
What did they call that? Oh, right. Yeah, good answer.
Yeah, it's still well, it's CMC. Well, this cares about 3 CMC or less. So, like, no matter what, light up the stage, even if it did count as 1 CMC, it would still go. But it, like, all right. I'm just gonna go ahead and play Tangle Wire. It taps them fully out. So,
seems good.
No attacks.
Yeah.
So they're going to tap their library to draw a card here. So this is the exact reason Tangle Wire is in the deck. Oh, they're not even going to tap library to draw a card here. Oops. They let a trigger resolve when they didn't want to. Yeah, they're repeatedly trying to trigger the library. Whoops. So yeah, this is the aggression I wanted. This is the, like... We're going to firebolt the Revoker, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. So the cool thing with Tangle Wire, they tap 4 permanents.
We tap Tangle Wire.
And we tap 3, and Tangle Wire is one of them. So Tangle Wire is not a fair card. Don't let anybody tell you that. So we're taking 2 to blow up this Revoker so that they're fully tapped out on mana. Grizzlebrand in the yard off that discard, by the way.
Well, that's something to watch out for. Maybe we can put him to 7 life. Can't light up any stages yet.
They might be able to just go land, you know, like swap reanimate that Grizzlebrand.
Yeah, if they do that, well, it looks good. I guess starting to level up figure.
Yes.
There's a Mox. Take damage from Mox.
Yeah, they can't afford to do that very much. And here's the reanimation spell. Reanimate proper. Go to 1.
Lifelink.
Yeah, lifelink.
Well,
I'm gonna tap my Eidolon. We're not attacking, clearly. I'm probably just gonna light up the stage looking for a burn spell.
they can't play spells anymore. Well,
They can attack with Grizzlebrand.
Right.
No, like if we attack with both creatures, they don't go to -1. The lifelink happens.
Oh yeah, do we have a flashback?
Oh, Firebolt's in the yard. So yeah, we like.
Thanks, Copper Popper.
So I plan on tapping the Eidolon here. We go boop, boop, and then I don't have to worry about anything like this. Also, what can they do to stop this?
They're tapped.
Well, like, what are they gonna do? Cast a Force of Will?
1 mana counter unless paid 1.
1 mana count.
Oh, right. Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Like,
right.
like what could they possibly do? Like, Force of Will wouldn't trigger that, but it costs a life.
Nice Grizzlebrand.
So this is why mono red is really cool. Opponents like do some garbage and then they blew up.
But yeah, thanks Copper Popper
for
noticing that we had that yard. So I'm thinking like, well, we fly it up the stage and hope we draw something. Like,
yeah,
they're dead on board.
Right, they're immediately dead. This is again. I love that. I also love that they drew the. They discarded the Grizzlebrand hand size. Like, all right. Would you like to play first? Yes.
Who's our opponent here?
Rinse, NRE Pete. By the way, hand looks a little land heavy, but pretty sweet.
Yeah. What's that on our right end? I'm a little blurry on the wizard eyes. Oh, Rabble. Okay.
That's our good old 3-drop that gets pretty aggressive. I love that Swift Spear's been here like every match.
Except for the ones with figure, but yeah.
Yeah, well, what are the other? All right. Taiga? Mana Dork? Oh.
Mana Dork.
Okay. Easy choice there, because we get prowess.
Yep. Feels good. Maybe we can draw some gas.
Your fellows, devoted druid, okay.
Might have another devoted for a sec. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm rabbling here. They can block one of these. So devoted druid lets them play a 5-drop next turn. Not great. For us, devoted druid's a very strong ramp piece.
No, they did block.
Yes, they got their block white as well. Okay. So here's their devoted druid making like a huntmaster. Solemn. Okay.
Ramp for days.
Yeah, that's our fun. Just ramp. Always be ramping.
Well, what do you think their top end is? I'm gonna put my money into Dragon Lord.
There's a Titan that's gonna come down pretty. Oh, they're untapping the druid to play another 1-drop. That yeah, like they're ramp into ramp into ramp.
Okay, so we're siding fire in. Dash Zergo.
I can dash Zergo and then get in with most things.
If they don't block, what does that put them at?
11 or 7 if I attack with Rabble Master. They'll block with Solemn. That's a 100% guarantee. That's why I'm gonna not get in with Rabble. I'm taking with Swift Spear because like we have like threatening prowess.
Right.
So like they might just take the block on Zergo to make it simple. And not like get blown out by a kill spell on Arbor Elf. Okay.
Is it worth? I don't think.
No, absolutely. We have Firebolt in the yard. I kind of want a flashback next turn. Okay. So it's a bit of a worry. We'll have to see where things roll from here. I'm scared. This is their ramp turn. They've got 6 mana available to mow. Like a Titan is an obvious play. Looks like this could just be Primeval Titan. There's 7. Elvish Dorn is a game ender. If that were to be the play here. Don't know how white they are. I mean, they play a plains, so, you know. The Elish Norn would be very close to just... Okay, Oracle, more ramp. Ramp and a ramp. Ancient Tomb off the top, please. Forest on the top of the lever. Like...
And then next turn, opponent casts 2 Ulamogs.
Yeah. 2 Ulamog.
What? Is that Orb?
That's Winter Orb, yeah. Our lands can only untap 1 land. So...
Interesting.
It minorly inconveniences me because I can't flashback the Firebolt next turn, but...
Right. I guess it makes some sense that if they have a lot of creature-based mana, they don't care about lands, but also you're turning off all your...
Yeah.
Alright. Do you have any attacks that look good?
Burst Lightning, Oracle, Dash Zergo, Fire Blast, Solemn, attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total. I think that's good enough.
And then we can flashback Firebolt later.
Once we untap enough lands, very slowly. We know the top card of the library is a forest, so they'll draw that. This is so funky. Okay, so I'm gonna blast the Solemn first so that I get to know what their draw next turn is.
Yeah.
Does Rabblemaster get trampled? No. That's why I have to kill both blockers. So they draw a card off Solemn.
Oh, wait a second. If we don't... Nahiri.
If we don't, I assume you're saying if we don't Fire Blast?
Yeah, if we don't Fire Blast, does that mean we can get in for less or more on face?
Less. We'll be on less, one less, because Rabblemaster would be 5.
Okay.
If we Fire Blast.
Right, because...
So...
Sack the tapped mountains.
Yep.
Okay. Opponent goes to 2.
So opponent goes to 2, and look at how many, like, creatures we have. You know? We can even re-dash in Zergo. Okay, so they draw Nahiri. And they get to untap 1 land, so they have 5 mana right now. Or 4 mana right now, because they can't use Ancient Tomb. 5 mana, 2 cards. One's Nahiri. No, this is not in the same cycle as Gush. So it's something different. There's Nahiri.
What is it, exile?
Tapped creatures.
So, yeah, losing Rabblemaster.
But, like, we've got 3 1/1s. Dash.
So, yeah, what could they possibly have to live through this? And I think the answer is nothing. Yeah. All right. So, Manadork.
Manadorks. I think we found the opponent I want that fire in. Or actually, maybe even Clasm.
Pork and Olos Dos.
Yeah.
What do we not like?
We'll take out Direfleet Daredevil in that instance. Just as a creature that, like, they didn't show anything we could flashback with it, and it just dies. I also don't like Tanglewire against an opponent like this. Tanglewire is cool against opponents who have, like game plans that are, like, demanding in the mid-range. But, like, we play Tanglewire against them, they go, what? Okay, cool. I'll tap half my Manadorks and then still have 4 mana left over. We're like, oh, right.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we're putting ourselves off. So, yeah, it makes some sense. Any other cards?
Is Clasm a serious own goal? It is, but we're the ones casting it.
Yeah, we can know when to pull the trigger. Like,
so, like,
we don't have any creatures.
So, like, we have to be careful with it. It is a serious own goal. But we just don't kick the ball. That, like...
The other question is Walkie Beat. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Oh, I like this. Again, some creature removal immediately and a good threat. So we can bolt away their first 2 birds. Or not.
There's the druid again.
Okay.
Shrine, huh?
Do I want to spend a braid on that? Do I want to just spend chain lightning on that?
I guess it kind of probably is important to do it now.
I think the face damage. Would you ever want to abrade orb? I think I want the face damage. That's what I'm gonna lean towards.
Important against a lot of our opponents so far, so yeah.
The other thing I like here is that I can, if they go another mana dork, that's got 4 toughness, sure. Through the breach. Oh boy. That's scary. Hmm.
Doesn't feel like a good spot to drop Rabble, but maybe it's still our best. It's like that or Shrine. Ah, the dangerous plan.
We're going deep.
It's okay, all our cards cost 2 or less. We don't have cards that cost more than...
Right.
Plus haste damage in immediately.
I don't want them to be able to play lands. So they're drawing through the breach here. I don't want them to be able to hit 5. Like, if I can choose to stop them. Okay, they've got like a Solemn here. Lightning Helix on my Rabble. Alright. And a Birds.
Well, they can through the breach, but...
No, they can't.
Oh, wait. Isn't it 5?
Not if I blow up their Birds.
Oh. Right. Now they have to draw a land.
Right.
In their, how many card hand?
They have a 2-card hand right now. One is Through the Breach, and the other card would have to be the Through the Breach target, right?
Right. Okay. Grim Lavamancer. That's a little annoying.
Well, that just eats my Incinerate. Yeah, Incinerate enables attacks here as well. Yeah, the other thought would be attack, then light up the stage post.
Yeah, then he can trade with a Goblin token. Oh, I guess it's not a guarantee.
I'd rather get in my 3 damage here and then just do that next turn. I don't want to because here's the problem.
Yeah, we don't draw land, and that's bad.
If we don't draw the land there, that's like a near auto loss.
Harry.
Sure, that sucks, but what sucks is that's a looting. All right, so we have to attack them because I want to light up the stage this turn.
Yep.
And this time I do want to get the light up now, so if
Hopefully we hit a land.
Land and...
Shrine. Or Eidolon.
I think Eidolon immediately. They can remove it with Nahiri, but they would lose Nahiri. 5th land. Their hand is getting Through the Breach and an unknown card. We couldn't keep them off it. So they're like, we did everything we could to stop this. Oh. Sure, exile 20 cards. Sure, you got it. I have 5 cards left in deck. I can beat you with these. All right, let's see what's left in deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mountains, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 3 mountains left in the deck. There is...
And 2 action.
Yeah, 2 actions, which is fine. We have Shrine of Burning Rage. We did want one of those mountains. Well, actually, no. Let's see what else. We have Seasoned Pyromancer for a buyback, which makes those mountains a little... Oh, sorry, these are exiled. Never mind. That's not in our grave. Do we have anything in the grave we can buy back? No. So I'm taking the 10.
Do we have a Firebolt we can flash back?
No, that's for exiled as well.
Okay.
So I'm looking at... And then they exile... Ooh! Somebody made a mistake.
Oh, they're here. He's dead.
They got rid of... They exiled the Goblin... They destroyed the Goblin token instead of the Eidolon. Because that can just target enchantments.
Oh. Right. It's tapped artifact, tapped creature, any enchantment?
Yes.
What a weird card.
Alright, so we're just going to play Shrine of Burning Rage here.
Yep.
So 4 cards left in library. We're going to take some damage.
Through the Breach is 1 attack.
Yeah, it's 1 attack. That's why this game is not over.
They're out of stuff.
They have no hand. They're top decking.
Oh.
Yeah, they're top decking. And like if they play anything that's less than a 3 or less drop, you know, Eidolon gets them. We've got a burn spell in hand. We have 1 card left. No, actually, sorry, there's 2 lands in deck. We're not a 17 land, we're a 16 lander. Yikes.
Well, I guess they're taking and sacking Shrine.
No, they can't because it's 3 to sack. That's dangerous. So that puts us to... That's the worst top deck I think we could have other than something that just flat kills me. Because that puts us to 3.
What is that guy, a 2/2?
3/3.
Ugh.
There's one of our 2 lands. I'm going to try to identify... Koth is gone, Kira's gone. Where is Hazaret? Hazaret's one of the cards left in deck. And then... Which is a really good top deck. And then...
Okay, so if they try to attack...
I think we block and then we use fire to kill it.
Fire 1 to it, 1 to our opponent?
Yeah.
And hope we draw Hazaret before we mill out?
Yes.
Sounds right to me.
We can't afford that calcium strength. This is 3 to sack. Okay. Hazaret. Beep, beep.
Is it 1 or fewer cards in hand?
1 or fewer cards. Beep, beep. Okay, if they draw a kill spell for Eidolon, we lose, but I don't believe they have more of those in their deck.
Chomp.
Also, we don't take damage for playing Hazaret. Costs 4. So their final draw here, this is the last turn of the game, effectively, is a Mana Dork or something, hopefully. Oh boy. I'm scared. If it's a kill spell for Eidolon, we lose. Oracle. That does not do anything. Believe that is game.
If they play that Mana Dork, they take damage.
Oh, that's on the top of their library.
Oh. Oh, right. No, that's not just a feature site. Right.
Okay. Shrine powers up to 4. And now we just have them dead to Shrine. It's like Hazaret can't attack or block here, but we just go Burst Lightning.
Go to 1.
Go to 1. So the cool part about this, say that we were at 2 life, we still would have been fine.
Trigger ordering.
Trigger ordering.
3-0.
Oh God. When it was Ulamog, it's like, oh, wait.
Yeah, it's only a turn of Ulamog, so who cares?
Yeah. What do you mean 20 cards off the top? We've got like 4 more than that. So that's our.
I'm glad our deck we totally planned to draft from the beginning.
Yep, our definitely planned deck for those looking at the deck and seeing, I don't know, like Krasis, Urza, Crucible, Signet.
Yeah. I think play of that draft was called shots on they'll move the sword.
They'll move the sword. They just did. Yeah, so one of the cool things about Ulamog is I actually really love the puzzle of trying to figure out what was left in our deck. So, like, we knew that there were 2... I thought it was 3, but that's because I thought we were a 17-land deck. I revised that to, we're a 16-land deck. So, 2 lands in the deck, and then it's like, okay, well, what isn't in here? And I looked at 4 drops, and it's like, there's 1, there's 2, where's the 3rd? Hazaret. Oh, Hazaret, huh? And now that's a... So, but yeah, anyway, Cube.
Well, that draft ruled.
That was very fun. Thank you for joining on this one.
Yeah, thanks for letting me.
I know we did some really weird shifting, but worked out.
There were a lot of weird games of Magic that draft too, but
yeah,
worked out.
So yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you everybody in the zoo for joining. I'm not 100% certain I might not do... I was thinking about doing a randomizer tonight, but I got started a little later than I expected today, so I'll see. Maybe I will, but I'd be starting in like an hour or so, and it'd just be me messing around. So we'll see if that happens. Keep an eye on the Twitter for that. Thank you all for joining, though. Hope you all had fun. If you want to see when I do go live, you can always follow. See when I come live. You can subscribe for cool skulls, cool slimes, cool egg. There's actually cool egg now. And a small quickie from Tales of Eternia, which is, again, the egg is the new one. That's the actual new one. But anyway, please enjoy. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.
Cube.
Cube.